So excited for this series of episodes. You guys, this is the cream de la cream. This is our high level, exclusive, intimate, Elevate 360 mastermind. And they are a special group that Jackie, my CIO, and I mentor and work with closely all year long. Do some experiential retreats together, really get close into their business. But this specifically is about how we become best-selling authors together. And we recently published a book on all out impact and how we have found purpose and passion in what we do in business to create a bigger impact on this world. And so in our all out impact publication, we also did a summit. And this is something we do with our mastermind members. We did this day-long summit where we featured our writers. We featured them in this summit. Some of them are in panels, some of them are in solo sessions, but they're walking us through their story of all out impact in the book. And this is just such a special series to me. And I hope that you guys enjoy listening as much as we enjoyed putting this out and putting it together with so much heart and so much service. Need some effective, tactical advice that actually helps you get results and makes a real difference in your life and business? You've come to the right place. If you're finding yourself here today, it means you're getting ready to gain serious traction in your business, rapidly multiply your income and impact, and you're ready to make it happen while living all out. Guys, I'm Melissa Hinault, your trustworthy corporate dropout turned six-figure business burnout turned happy and healthy CEO of a multi-million-dollar online business. And you're listening to the Burnout to All Out podcast. On this show, we're serving up innovative growth strategies, simple implementation methods to put them into practice, and action-stimulating inspiration tailored specifically for the modern entrepreneur. Let's dive in. Our first speaker happens to be Julie Cober, who comes to you as a former Fortune 100 Chief Resources Officer, is now the founder and CEO of the Legacy Leadership Academy for Women, where she empowers female entrepreneurs and professionals to lead with purpose and impact. As a certified master leadership coach, Julie specializes in transformational business, career, and mindset coaching, helping women gain clarity of purpose and lead from within. What sets Julie apart in her ability to guide women to success without the overwhelm and sacrifice. With years of experience in goal setting, team building, and executing strategies, Julie is dedicated to helping women achieve remarkable results quickly while maintaining balance and fulfillment in their lives. If that is not the epitome of the modern entrepreneur. With that, Julie, I am so excited to turn it over to you to speak about impact-driven leadership.
All righty. Wow, what an intro. Thank you so much. I'm going to share my screen. Hello, everyone. I have some slides I'm going to share with you guys today. So good morning, everyone. I am so thrilled to be here. This event, Melissa puts on the best events, both online, virtual, which are not easy to do, and live. So if you've got Austin on your mind, you should come for sure. I am so honored to be an author in this book. This is the second book that I've written with Melissa. And last year and this year, we had the most amazing women. You're going to hear from them today. Today is going to be so powerful. When I knew I was kicking it off, I thought, what could I say in the beginning of this on top of what Melissa just shared, which resonated so much with me and my story. I felt like she was actually talking about me, but today's going to be so powerful and such a great opportunity for learning, for building and growing and expanding as an entrepreneur and learning from these amazing women. Like, these stories are just incredible. I'm going to try and share mine in the next 15 minutes. I'm going to be going kind of fast, but I'm really going to be sharing what I've learned over the last 28 plus years on how to create success through what I call impact-driven leadership. So I created a slide a little bit about me. Melissa just shared. So this is me and my family. I literally just came home yesterday from Ottawa. I live in Canada. Dropped those two beautiful humans in the back seat off at university, both going to the same university for the first time. That's my little fur baby Finn. He's not that little anymore, but so I'm Julie Cober again. My most important role though is mom and wife. I spent 28 years in corporate Canada. I was promoted to an executive HR leadership roles at the age of 31 when I was 5 months pregnant with that guy in the back there, Owen. And when I decided to leave my corporate career after 28 years, I held the position of Chief Human Resource Officer. And I worked for the Canadian Red Cross, which is the second largest NGO in Canada. And I've also worked for some of the largest companies in the world. So people ask me all the time, okay, Julie, like, why'd you leave the big job and the big money? I'll tell you, it's exactly what Melissa said a minute ago. I wasn't fulfilled. I wasn't happy. And I knew that I could make way more impact on my own. The corporate container, I was doing what I do now, mentoring, coaching, leading women to succeed in their careers, but the corporate container was not the right container for me. So I moved into becoming an entrepreneur from 28 years of being an employee. And now for the last 4 years, I've been a success coach and a leadership and mindset mentor. And as she said, I'm also the CEO and founder of the Legacy Leadership Academy for Women. So what I want to share with you guys today, the two main things that I have in my time today is that to have any kind of sustained success in your business, in your career, in your health, in your relationships, in your money, in your happiness, in any aspect of your life, you need to focus on two things. And this is what I've learned from my 28 years of being a success mentor. You need to understand what I call the impact leadership model that the top 5% of successful people follow. And there's 3 really critical questions you need to ask yourself as a successful business owner. So what I have up here, this is what we call the do, have, be model. So this is a leadership model that is followed by about 95% of the population. Okay. I want to move you guys into the top 5% as entrepreneurs, as business owners, as people who want to soar in their careers. So when you're problem solving, these are the questions that the 95% ask themselves. And they ask this specifically in this order. And you might find yourself in this. So most people were trained through society, through education, through growing up to ask the first question is how? How do I do something? So many people come to me, Julie, just tell me how. How do I do this? How do I get more money? How do I get promoted? How do I build a successful business? So 95% ask themselves this questions. What do I need to do, which is how, to have what I want to have, and then I will be. So what do I need to grow and scale a successful business so that I can have the money that I want to have, and then I'll finally be successful. I'll finally be happy. I'll finally be fulfilled. This order of questions, what do I need to do to have what I want to have, and then I'll be, is what keeps people stuck. So I saw Danielle put a question in the chat, who's feeling stuck? It's likely because you're asking questions in this order. I want you to move to the top 5% of leadership and impact. I want to share with you the model that the most successful people in the world use to navigate their business, their leadership, their money, and pretty much every aspect of their life. And it's this. You've probably heard it before. It's the be, do, have model. To grow your business to the level of success you want to have, these are the questions you need to ask yourself in this order. They're the same questions. We just reorder them. Who do I need to be? And what do I need to do? Both equally important. The do is the how. The be is the what and the why. So who do I need to be? And what do I need to do to have what I want to have? Everybody wants to go to the how first. It's how we've been trained. Action, action, action. So action is super important. It's just as important as knowing who you are, who you need to be while you're doing the doing. So there's two sides to, I call this the business success coin. There's two sides to a coin, right? We know this. One side of the coin is the mindset you need, the CEO mindset and understanding the impact of leadership, which is what and why. That's the B side of it. Who do I need to be? I need to be a CEO. I need to be an impact-driven leader. I need to show up a certain way. And the other side is the business strategy. That's what do I need to do? And Melissa and I talk about this all the time. Every strategy works. So it's the being doing the doing that makes the difference. But you need to have all of these working together in conjunction to have success. You can't ignore who you need to be. You can't just dive into the do, action, 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 hustle and grind. What that's going to do is get you overwhelmed and stressed. So Melissa said it at the beginning. She stepped back and decided, who do I want to be? She wants to be an entrepreneur that has a 360-degree view, that her family is just as important as her work, that her working out and her health is just as important as her work. That's how she's showing up. Okay. So this model, be, do, have, 5% follow. 5% really understand what it means to who you need to be. So I said there were some questions that we need to ask, right? So this is question number 1. Who do you need to be to run a successful business that you love waking up to every single day? This is a really important question you should be asking yourself as entrepreneurs. And Tony Robbins, I'm not a huge fan. I mean, I like him. He's great. Obviously, like he's hugely successful, but his energy is a little masculine for me. But there's some nuggets that he's given over the years. I'm like, yes, I really get that. And one of them he said, which I totally agree with, is the quality of your life depends on the quality of your questions. So what questions are you asking yourself as an entrepreneur? And when it comes to your success and your leadership in your business, this is the number 1 question you should be asking yourself. Who do I need to be to run a successful business that you love waking up to every single day? B equals belief. Belief. Here's the thing, you guys. Whatever you believe to be true will always be your truth. If you believe it's super hard to run a business, guess what? It's going to be super hard to run a business. If you believe that anything is possible and that you could actually change to the leadership model that 5% follow and actually start thinking about who you need to be, you'll change. Whatever you believe. If you think it's hard, if it's not doable, if it's not me, it's the strategy that's not working. If that's what you believe, if you believe it's the strategy that's the problem and it's not you, then that's what you're going to believe. That's what's going to be your truth. Because this is where we have to start. Whatever you believe is where you have to start. Because the reason why is success equals belief. So what is it that you believe right now about yourself and your business? What do you believe about yourself as a leader? What do you believe about making money? Are you open to receive it? Do you believe that you can actually make millions of dollars in the business that you're running? Do you believe that you're the CEO of your company? Is that an image you hold of yourself? Do you believe that because the economy is tight and inflation's high, that's why your business is struggling? Now, answer these as I'm asking, and it'll be really helpful. Do you believe that you don't have enough time to work on the business the way you want to? Do you believe you have to do this all by yourself, that you're actually in this alone? Do you believe that the answers you seek are external to you? Or do you believe it's time to go within? Do you believe in yourself? How you answer these questions is the answer to why you have the level of success you have right now or not. And this applies to any area of your life. We're talking about your business, but you can put in anything, health, relationships, whatever you want. This is where you need to start, the self, what you believe about yourself. Looking at what you currently believe about your business, your leadership, your wealth, your worth, your ability to be successful. It's time. You have to start by looking in the mirror and listening to ourselves and going within, looking within. This is leadership from within. That's where you have to start. So what are you saying to yourself all day long? Super, super important. So to transform or to change anything on the outside of us, we first must go inside and take an inventory of all the questions I just asked you. So get this replay and write them down again and ask yourself these questions and journal on them, because this is the key to your success. And an action item you can do. I know every single one of you have a to-do list that's more than the arm's length long. How about you create a to-be list? Does anybody here have a to-be list? Who do you want to be? That's question number 1. Here's question number 2. What do I need to do to launch, grow, and scale a successful business into the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? You pick the figure you want. I just put these 3 in there. So this is the strategy piece of the coin. To create impact and lead with success, every business needs to focus on 4 activities every day. And it doesn't matter if you just started and you made $100 last month, or if you're IBM. These are the 4 things you need to do. If you focus on these 4 that I'm going to share with you, along with who you need to be, you will succeed. It's guaranteed, but it's so, so important. Here's the thing that you have to remember, and I've already said it. Every strategy works. Every single, how do we know this? Because millions are implementing and executing on these super successful strategies and are having a huge amount of success, and they're making millions of dollars. Look at Melissa. Look at her business. She shares so openly. She has a strategy that she has picked for her. There's 16 other strategies she could have picked, but she's picked the one that's right for her, her family, her business, her goals. Same for me. I have a different strategy than Melissa has. We don't launch the same way, but we're both having huge success.
I know for me, it hasn't actually been business strategy per se over the last 2 to 3 years that's created the accelerated hypergrowth of my company. If you've been following me for quite some time, as a matter of fact, you would know that I still sell the same things I've always sold, and I'm running the same sales strategy I've always run. So, what have I done to create the capacity to hold more and call in more? My friends, it is the inner work that most entrepreneurs aren't willing to do and don't recognize as one of the most important assets in business. Bodies build businesses, my friends. Learning how to manage my stress in a healthy way, learning how to move through uncharted territory and find intuitive downloads and trust my gut to make the right decisions have been some of the critical components to success over the past couple of years. Another area that's been super critical for me has been being able to tap in and get into creative flow state. I call this rocket fuel. My friends, I am collaborating with one of my dearest friends and mentors, Sam Barber. For the first time ever, we are launching this program together called The Modern Entrepreneur, where we are supporting business owners in the mind, body, spirituality, and energetics of what it truly takes to be successful in the entrepreneurial realm. There is loads and loads of information on strategies to grow your business for entrepreneurs. But what is lacking in the industry is the emotional support that entrepreneurs need to be resilient and succeed in operating in an unknown space day over day and do it healthily in a way that allows them to have the capacity to hold what they are calling in. So, my friends, some of you are listening to this and you're like, oh, I don't need that mindset work. I don't need that energy work. I am here to tell you, my clients who have grown exponentially this year all have given me feedback that it's the inner work that we've offered in our first version of Modern Entrepreneur that surprisingly was the rocket fuel to their success. So my friends, the doors are open to the Modern Entrepreneur right now. It pairs beautifully with any business coaching program you are a part of. We will be working with you twice a month. Once will be an actual workshop where you're learning tools and skill sets to become the self-regulated entrepreneur that is needed to succeed in this industry. The other call per month is an integration call with Sam. We call it Ask Sam Anything for hot seats and coaching to navigate uncharted territory in the realm of entrepreneurship where bodies build businesses. Guys, seats are filling up fast. I encourage you to check it out. There's also a live event component that you can add. Come hang out with us live. Spend some time with us in North Carolina and in Miami. There's 2 live events where we can meet you face to face and work with you in person. My friends, I hope to see you on the other side.
They all work. That's why we know. You just have to look at us too and know, okay, all of them work. It's not the strategy alone that's going to give you the success you want. Strategy is external to you. It's 100% necessary. You need one and you need to stick to it and you need to be consistent with it. That's the other big problem is we jump all over shiny object syndrome. So when you pick the one that's aligned to you, you stick to it. It's 100% necessary. It needs to be aligned to who you are and what you want to leave as your legacy. That's why I named my company the Legacy Leadership Academy. It's important. Every strategy works. It's the being doing the doing that makes the difference. And that's what creates success. So here's your 4 pillars. You're going to want to take a screenshot of this. This is what you need to be spending 75 to 80% of your time on. Generating leads. You don't have leads, you don't have a business. Nurture your leads because they're not going to buy from you. You're dating, that you're not going to get married right out of the gate. Make offers to those leads. You have to sell something to them. And then when they become customers, you give them the most exceptional customer service. Those are the things. If you spend 85% of your time doing this in a business from a and there's strategies under each one of these, you will have success. Again, without leads, you don't have a business. Without consistent revenue coming in, you don't have a business, or you won't have one for very long. These are the 4 things that you should be spending the majority of your time on. So take a look at where you're actually spending your time right now. Okay. So question number 3, how do I have the business and the life of my dreams? So we've asked 2 of the 3 questions, right? To business and life success. Who do I need to be? What do I need to do? What strategy do I need to have the business and life I want to have? This question is about impact-driven leadership. This question is all about leadership. And I teach that there are 12 critical leadership characteristics necessary for success and impact. Today, I'm only going to dig into 1. And the one I chose is the one I think is the most impactful, especially for new entrepreneurs. Okay. So how are you showing up? This is a question within the questions. Are you an employee, a business owner, or a CEO? This is probably the most important question you should ask yourself as an entrepreneur, because the answer to this is going to uncover your identity, the image you have of yourself, the impact you're making or not, your fears, your doubts, your negative limiting beliefs, the imposter you might feel like sometimes. It's also going to uncover your wins and what you're really good at and areas you excel in. Are you operating in your business right now as an employee, a business owner, or an impact-driven CEO? Because all 3 of them have very different identities, and they all will bring you different levels of success. So here's the 1 characteristics I want to talk about today, and it's integrity. This trait is critical for impact. This trait is the differentiator between successful people and unsuccessful people, period. If you were to only focus on 1 impact-driven leadership characteristic, this should be it. So what does integrity mean to success? Impact-driven leadership equals integrity. How you do one thing is how you do everything. And I just heard a quote yesterday from Brendan Bouchard, and I'm like, oh, I have to share this tomorrow. It completely sums up impact-driven leadership. And he said, if you're half in, don't be shocked when you're getting half as much. And I was just like, oh my gosh. Like, how are you showing up? Are you half in or are you all in? Because I believe we're all in. That's why we have the All Out Summit here. I believe we should be all in. If you're half in, it's time to look around. Look around your life, because you could be half in other areas as well. Because usually how we do one thing is how we do everything. So here's the reason why the most successful people in the world are a success. This is what integrity means. They do what they say they're going to do when they said they're going to do it. And most importantly, even when they don't feel like doing it. When I say this often to my clients, the person I think of is Melissa. She is the definition of integrity. She shows up for herself every morning in her workouts. There's probably tons of mornings she doesn't want to go work out, but she does it anyway. That's the key to success right there. This is integrity. You can't rely on being motivated, because guess what? The most successful people in the world are no different than you or me. They too don't feel like doing what needs to get done all the time. They have set up systems, processes, strategies. They've mastered their mindset. They understand how powerful their mindset is, the habits and their leadership traits that carry them through when they're not motivated. Which is most of the time, guys. I'm not motivated. I drag myself into this office a lot of days, but I know there's things I have to get done, and I have my system of what I do every single day, even when I don't feel like it. And a lot of the time, for most people, even the most successful, that's the majority of time. So integrity is doing what you say you're going to do when you said you're going to do it, even when you don't feel like it. And to me, that's the definition of impact-driven leadership. So that's all I have time for today, you guys. I love to stay connected. You are investing in yourself. You've decided to come to this summit or other summits like this. You're learning what you need to do and who you and not do, and who you need to be and not be. How do you want to show up? All the ways of being an impact-driven leader. So remember what Tony said. The quality of your business, career, health, relationship success is dependent on the quality of your questions. And I've just given you the 3 most important questions you can ask yourself to move into the top 5% of successful leadership and business ownership. Who do I need to be? What do I need to do to have what I want to have? So it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. Thank you for showing up for yourself and your business today. I want you to know that energetically, what you're doing today by coming to a summit like this is going to have a huge impact on you. Thank you so much, Melissa.
Thanks, guys, so much for listening in on today's podcast episode. And I can't wait for you to see my upcoming guest in the next episode. You are going to love this keynote speaker. Hey, here's the deal. If you liked this, please subscribe and leave a review. And you want the latest online business growth strategies and exclusive LinkedIn pro tips sent straight to your phone? Text the word update to 704-318-2285. That is, text the word update to 704-318-2285. Can't wait to see you guys. Come find me over on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, wherever you like to hang. I cannot wait to hear how you are enjoying and applying what you're learning. You guys reach out to me over on social because I love hearing what's resonating with you. When you reach out to me and you send me those personal DMs, they really do impact the content I continue to bring forward to you. So again, come find me, Melissa_Hinault over on Instagram, Melissa Hinault over on LinkedIn and Facebook. Can't wait to see you guys over there.